All right, so let's use our imagination for a moment. Let's say it's a given Sunday at a Church of God in Christ church. You get to the house of the Lord, come in, and you sit in, of course, one of these pews. You never know who you're going to sit next to. You see, in these pews sit heroes. In these pews sit champions. In these pews sit warriors. Yeah, I'm talking about our first responders, those who have been on the front lines of this pandemic, ensuring our health and safety. Yeah, they belong in these pews. In fact, they've sat in these pews since the beginning of our church. And tonight we honor our COGIC First Responders.
As I tell the first part of this story, I want you to listen, but also watch. The names of more than 300 people, essential workers who have braved this virus that are part of our church. They've been on the front lines of this war as the world fights an invisible enemy. It's taken lives, it's ruined lives, it's changed lives. The world as we know it will never be the same. But you stepped up to the plate in a time where humanity needed you most. Bravely, fearlessly, courageously stepped in without much knowledge of this virus to nurse us back to health. The deadly virus has many names: COVID-19, novel coronavirus, SARS-CoV-2, and even, as some of us say, that Rona. Whatever you call it, though, it's no doubt this virus has completely interrupted our entire everything. Church as we know it, conventions as we know it, even the way we work, all changed. But you have been a constant resource, a constant help, sacrificing yourself for the health of others. And we thank you.
Hundreds and hundreds of 18-wheeler, cooler 18-wheelers that were filled with bodies. This was everywhere.
Imagine that, a sight for anything worse than sore eyes. This is what Burnell Hines had to face during this pandemic.
Picking up bodies, hospitals, nursing homes, on the street, wherever we were dispatched.
Hines is an embalmer from Houston, Texas, who works for a special team called Kenyon that helps recover dead bodies during disasters. She was dispatched to New York in March.
When I left, I kind of got things in order with my daughter to make sure she knew where everything was, because the likelihood of me coming back was very, very slim. And that just comes with the territory.
For 2 months, she bravely led a team of embalmers and a group with the National Guard through New York City. The sights just unimaginable, the stench of death filling the air.
Everybody that I picked up didn't just die. I had cases where they found bodies, they had been dead for weeks, and totally decomposed. Small area. I think New York has 12 million people, and I mean, they are packed in their small areas trying to get bodies in and out. Some of the deplorable conditions.
After working every 4 days with one-day breaks for 2 months, she was finally released to go back home to Texas. But what she saw back home was disparaging.
People are still complaining about their rights. If they could only see what I saw. It's bad. It's bad when so many bodies that you can't give the respect to your loved ones as you would love to. They're put in bags and they're put in 18-wheelers, just bags of, until a funeral home can come.
And the way I'll end her portion of this story is the way she says she ended her prayer nightly.
The way I end my prayer every morning would be, and at night would be, Lord, have mercy. That's all I could always refer to, because the number of things that have been coming, and to see that many bodies, is that it's like God's trying to tell us something.
And each one of you, name by name, position by position, field by field, we thank you. We appreciate you. AIM honors you. For AIM Honors, Toy Thornton.